of the people is actually a war between two wills, the will of the people and the will of the enemies of the people. And the side which is more determined and which can put up with more pains will in the end achieve victory. God says, those who say, we believe in God and depend on God, God sends them the angels so that they not fear. Do not be concerned and expect heaven will be your destiny. And God also spoke to his prophet and said, for this reason always pray to God and call to God and do not resort to their means. The enemy is striving by force and by tricks. The enemy is trying to harm your will, to destroy your will. So beware of the weakness of your will. Do not make your will be weak. Second of all, the enemy is trying to create despair and trying to make you believe you cannot achieve your aims. However, the promise of God says that we want to help those who were oppressed in the land and make them people who in the end will achieve their aims. So be sure, be confident, be totally confident, and do not be hesitant in the promise of God. They say God will make those who he wants achieve victory. God is strong. The third point, the enemy is using its security forces against you in order to put fear and intimidation in your hearts and to create chaos. Do not fear them. You are stronger than these people who have been paid for. You now are in a stage which is very similar to the stage where God spoke to his prophet, when he told his prophet, when you have 20 people who are patient and who believe in God, they can defeat 200 people. So hence, if you depend on God, if you rely on your youngsters, you can overcome any problems. You can overcome any chaos and any attempts to terrorize or to intimidate. The fourth point is that the weapon of the enemy, the most important weapon of the people to confront the tyrants and to confront the spies, is to show cohesion and to unite. This is the strongest weapon the people have. The enemy is striving with different ways. The enemy is striving to rip apart your cohesion, to divide you. This is what the enemy is trying to do. The enemy is also rising slogans and is speaking in a certain way to divide you. So, for this reason, maintain, hold on to your unity around religion, your unity around saving the country against the spies of the enemy, and hold on to God and do not divide yourselves. Number 5, do not believe in the game which is being played by the West and America. Do not believe in their role. Do not believe in their political maneuvers. These political maneuvers which are taking place in the midst of your awakening. Just a few days ago, these people, the West, I mean the Americans, were supporting the corrupt regime, and now, after they are sick of preserving him, now they are speaking about the rights of the people. Just a few days ago, they were supporting him. They were supporting the Egyptian regime. So they are trying to replace one spy with another. They are trying to focus the spotlight on certain faces to impose the rule of their spies on you. This is an insult to your feelings. So beware of this and do not accept anything less than an independent regime, an independent popular regime which believes in Islam. Number 6, the religious clerics, the religious figures, the people of Al-Azhar's mosque, with their history of struggle, they must also awaken and play their role. When the people begin with their revolution, when they begin with their revolution from the mosques and from the Friday prayers, and when they raise the slogan of Allahu Akbar, God is great, it is expected from the religious clerics also to take a stance. And this is something which everyone should expect, a stance in support of the people. Number 7, the Egyptian army, which has on its chest the medal of participation in 2 wars at least against the Zionist enemy. The Egyptian army today is being subject to a historic test, a big historic test. The enemy wants the Egyptian army to oppress the people, and if this occurs, God forbid, this will be a black mark in this proud army, a black mark and a black hole which cannot be filled. The Egyptian army must focus its eyes on the Zionist enemy, not on the Egyptian people. They must fight the Zionist enemy, not the Egyptian people. There is no doubt that some members, some forces from the Egyptian people, and the Egyptian army is from the people. And I think the Egyptians will join the people. The Egyptian army will join the people again. And this same experience will be repeated in Egypt once again. Number 8, the last point. America, which supported the agents and the spies for many years against the will of the Egyptian people, is not in a position which allows it to enter or to intervene in Egypt's situation. Look with doubt, always be suspicious regarding the American role and American intervention. Always be suspicious of any American step, and do not trust any American steps or measures. My dear brothers and sisters, we can understand very clearly that the awakening of the Egyptian people is from the people, and also is being directed or led by opposition forces and certain political intellectuals, and there is cooperation amongst them, amongst these opposition forces and political intellectuals, and we hope that God will assist them. But what I said is our experience, and I, as your brother in religion, and based upon my religious commitment, I have spoken to you about the experience which we have had. You people of Egypt, the media outlets of the enemy will always strive to tarnish the image, and they will always try to say that Iran wants to intervene. Iran wants to intervene and wants to create Shiites or convert people into the Shiite sect in Egypt, and is striving to intervene in Egypt. These are lies. These are lies which have filled our ears for 30 years. The aim of these lies is to divide amongst the people, and to prevent these people from helping one another. And these slogans, this talk and this rhetoric is being repeated by other people as well. Others who want problems, who are against us, always repeat these slogans and repeat this rhetoric. These lies will not prevent us from doing our duty according to Islam, our responsibility according to Islam. Of course, God will always stand with us, and I say in the end, in the name of God the Merciful, people who are faithful and do good, and who continue to struggle for good and show perseverance, they will succeed. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.